All right, welcome back to your Shapes. This is assignment. This is Mr. Zaidama, and this is part 2 of our Shapes assignment. So the other day we got started and we named ours your grade, your last name, your hour, and then the assignment that we're on. We're going to try to do that for all the assignments. And then we put some squares up here, we put some circles, and then we're going to put some triangles. I'm going to move these up a little bit. Okay, kind of get them in a row there so that we can continue on. This time I want to go to shapes, and we're going to go to then little rounded square. Okay, see the corner rounded. Oh, remember the duplication button, the quick keys, that's Command D. And I'll get two more. I'll put one here and one here. So we have a Command D. And let's switch these colors so they're a little different colors than the rest of them. And I go to that fill color button up there, and now we're going. Okay, so now we're on part 2. We got our squares, we got our circles, we got our triangles, and we got our rounded squares. Okay, so in this part we are going to be doing things with this button called a range. And a range allows us to get to the order of things. Okay, so if I go over here and I slide this one on top of this one and that one on top of that one, notice that it's then, okay, kind of in a row. But what if I want, them grouped together? So what I'm going to do is something called a shift click. I'm going to hit the shift button down and I'm going to click, and notice now it took it from one object, from 3 objects to 1 object. That's called a shift click. Let's try that again. Okay, there's the one. Hit my shift button down, click, click. I shift clicked it all those together, and then I'm going to go to arrange, and notice down here it says group. The quick key is App or Control Command G. But now that I have grouped those, notice that they go in one. So I'm going to slide my circles over. And this time I want to make sure that that middle circle's on top of the other two. So I'm going to use my arrange button. I'm going to say to order, and I'm going to say bring to front. And that's going to bring those to front. Now I'll use my shift click. So click, shift click, and shift click. And now they're all selected. And I'm going to go to arrange group, or I could just go Command G for group. Now they're all together. Notice they slide together. Okay, I can't take one, but they're different ones. Okay, so I'm going to take my triangles. I'm going to put those together. Let's see if there's a way that we could rotate these. I don't know if we can do that in Google Drive. So like any good computer user, you just go up to these buttons, these pull-down menus, and you start looking. Is there a way that it says that we can, like, rotate and arrange, rotate. Oh, there it is. Okay, rotate right 90 degrees. So that's good. I rotated that one. I'll click on this one, arrange and rotate right 90 degrees, and I'm going to go to it again, arrange, rotate, right 90 degrees. Now the reason why I have that is I put these on top of each other and it becomes kind of a star looking type of a thing. Okay, even if I click this button, look it rotates it for me. Okay, so I'm going to get mine all rotated, and now I'm going to try to shift click, shift click, shift click, and shift click, and I got them all. The other way sometimes that you can select those all at the same time is a selection box. So I'm going to click over here in the white, and I'm going to make myself a box, and notice it selected everything inside the box that I want. So that's a shift click is one way you can select them all, and then the selection box is another way. Let me go ahead and selection box again, and then I'm going to say arrange and group. And now kind of my triangle star is all together. Okay. Now I'm going to go one more time, and this time we're going to make a TV. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one big. I'm going to make this my on-off button, so I'm going to make that one small down there. And then this is going to be my regular TV. The outside was the cabinet a little bit. So now I have myself a big screen TV. How do I select that once again? Well, let's go back to the shift click, shift click, shift click, and shift click. And then I'm going to go Arrange, and I'm going to go to Group. And now I have them. So let's check to see if we have it all done. We have our squares together, grouped together, different colors. And then we have our circles all together. Remember, the first little circle or the middle circle has to be on top. We did that by going to Arrange and Order. And then we made our little kind of star looking type of thing. Not a very good star, but maybe you can make yours a little bit better. And then we made our TV. So now we're all ready to turn it in. How do you turn it in? Well, very simply. We're going to hit the share button. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, okay, invite people. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to invite people. Well, my name is Rogers. I don't know, that's your teacher. Maybe you have Mr. John Steed or another teacher. You can write their name in there. And I'm going to go back to my name. So, okay, there's mine. And I'm going to say that they can edit, and then I share and save. And now then it is shared with your teacher, meaning that they can go ahead and grade that. And hopefully yours looks similar to mine there. And I'll hit go down here and hit done. And so now you have finished your first, what is called this Shapes assignment, named it correctly, arranged it all, grouped it, and you should have the ability to do that on a variety of other different things. Okay? And that's when we get into our next assignments. We will be using those skills to make other things. So that was the Shapes Part 2. Hopefully you got that done, handed in, shared with your teacher, and then you can head on to the next project.